Yeah, so I just wanted to say something about this current state of heavyweight boxing, the state of things, So, because it's apparent that things are not really what they should be like. So, you have, of course, I'm referring to this long awaited but still not realized a match between the two best heavyweights, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, of course. And of course, the reason because of that is they are Fury is promoted by Frank Warren in UK, anyway, Bob Arum in USA, and Joshua is promoted by Eddie Hearn. So these guys don't really see eye to eye, Hearn and Warren, So, which is why we haven't yet gotten a chance or the pleasure to see these guys fight. It could have happened before, I mean, earlier. Of course, part of it is, of course, to blame on the COVID virus. But still, I mean, Joshua is supposed to fight Kubrat Pulev next, and that's, I think, just a waste of time because Pulev is now 39, I believe, 38, 39. He's not a puncher, definitely, and he's smaller than Joshua, so to expect him to be able to have some, to upset Joshua is like the chances are zero, of course. Sorry. It's like if 30 years ago you would expect someone like, I don't know, someone like, I don't know, really, John Bone Crusher Smith or someone like that to knock out Mike Tyson. So, you know, it's just not happening. So, on the other side, Fury is, I'm not really sure he is supposed to be fighting right now. I know there were talks of him fighting against. Well, yeah, of course, that's right. Sorry, he's supposed to fight Wilder once again, and that's also a waste of time. I'd say waste of just not a sensible fight. Not the fight that we really want. Of course, we can see him fight and destroy Wilder again, and Wilder is very confident that he can do better. So maybe this time it will be a better fight. I mean, more of a fight than last time. Anyway. Still, we know that Fury won the first fight and he won the second one, of course, easily. So why the third fight? Why the need for the third fight? I don't get it really. And you have now Usyk, of course, who has entered as a dark horse, in this division. A potential next major player, of course. So he's fighting against Chisora, which is like, yeah, Chisora is, I guess, by now like a gatekeeper. But not a very good gatekeeper, I would say. A rather weak one. I'd rather say that Dillian White is the true gatekeeper. And now White, of course, has gotten knocked out by Povetkin, and now they have to fight again. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting as well. Uh, I think no matter who wins in that fight, I think that we all agree that neither of them is really gonna get much further than that, like upset one of the two big guys right now, Fury or Joshua. As for a potential Fury and Joshua fight, what I think would happen if what I think will happen if they ever fight is, well, it's very interesting because as I see it, Joshua seems to be the only guy who has a chance to beat Tyson Fury, but the big question mark is that if he will have the right game plan, if his people will come up with the right game plan, because you have to have that, no doubt, a really good game plan to beat a guy like Tyson Fury. So, well, Fury has been kind of, the Wallin fight. He didn't really look impressive there, but he did win. But it was a hard-earned win. So, um, because of that, and because of Wilder simply being very very overrated, or he was anyway, just a limited puncher, really. Because of that, I think that Joshua should not be overlooked against Fury, because he's much more complete fighter than Wilder. He's almost the same height. He's a bigger man actually in terms of build than Wilder. Heavier muscle and all that, but he still has enough athleticism, so pretty good defense. Even though he does, as we have seen against Andy Ruiz Jr., he sometimes charges in recklessly. He can get caught, but Fury and Ruiz are two very different fighters. Ruiz is a speed guy, like he wins by with his hand speed, So, and Fury is not so fast, he's more like a guy who just establishes himself and as the bully in the fight and all that. So yeah, I think this is a really really evenly matched fight. But when it will happen, that's a big question, of course. Another potentially dangerous opponent for both guys is Filip Hrgovic, because he's so far been also looking very good, and he's been inactive for a while, but now he's had a fight, I believe, not so long ago, and yeah, so he's also another very big guy who yeah, punches hard and just kind of is pretty aggressive, because not all big guys are so aggressive, because they are tend to be slower, and sometimes or very often it is the smaller, shorter guy who is the more aggressive one, while the big guys just kind of try to nail them coming in and that stuff. Yeah. So I hope that Hearn and Warren, of course, can make a deal. But of course, as I see it, the problem is not Hearn; it's Warren. Warren is, very, very dodgy guy, very slippery, and he wants things, done his way, and he's not a really good team player or cooperator. So yeah, we'll see. I hope that fight happens next year. Of course, this year we can forget it because both guys already have a fight, and it's only 2 months left. So yeah. Alright, so that was about it, I think. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.